Hello, I am teacher Dee Dee Odom here with Community Works. I am a music and theater enrichment instructor, and I'm so excited because we are in week 2 of our beginner piano series. Remember, this series is for grades 3 and up, but you can learn piano at any age, and it's really easy and it's very fun. I'm so excited that all of you are being great citizens and great neighbors and staying indoors and washing your hands. Great job to you. Keep up the good work. I'm so grateful to Community Works for allowing me to continue to provide great enrichment to you, my students, and to others. I'm very, very grateful, and I can't wait to get started. This week, we are going to go over the second major key signature in the circle of fifths, which is G major. G major has one sharp, and that is F sharp. So last week we did C major, which had no sharps, no flats. Now we're doing G major, which has one sharp. And I'm really excited. Let's get started. We're gonna start with the scale and practice that, and then we're gonna do the chords. So let's get started. Okay, first we're gonna learn the left hand. First, we will start the left hand on G, because that is what key we're playing, G major. So we'll start with the pinky finger on G, ring finger A, middle finger B, index finger C, thumb D. Then we're gonna switch over, do a little switcheroo. The middle finger will hit E, F sharp for the index finger, and back to G with the thumb. Okay, let's do that again. So pinky on G, A, B, C, D, switcheroo, middle finger goes over, gets the next note, which is E, F sharp, G. Very good. All right, now let's do the right hand. Right hand starts with G with a thumb. A, index finger, B, middle finger, and then we'll do the under switcheroo. Bring the thumb under and get the next note, which is C with the thumb, D, E, F sharp with the ring finger, and back to G with the pinky. Okay, let's do that again. Start the G with the thumb, A with the index finger, B with the middle finger, switcheroo, bring the thumb under, hit the C with the thumb, D with the index finger, E with the middle finger, F sharp with the ring finger, and finally G with the pinky. And that's it. So let's try to put this together now. So we have G, A, B, remember we're switching over in the right hand, C, D, time to switch over in the left hand, E, F sharp, G. Great job. Now we're gonna do this over and over until you get better at it and till it gets easier. The switcheroo is always kind of tricky, but once you get it in your muscle memory, you'll be fine. So the switcheroo, remember, on the left hand, it won't happen until you get to the thumb, and then you bring the middle finger over and you hit E, so that you can have enough fingers to finish out the scale. And then on the right hand, remember the switcheroo happens when you get to the middle finger. You bring the thumb under, hit the next note. So that you can have enough fingers to finish out the scale. And that's it. It's very simple, very simple. So again, let's do this with both hands. Switcheroo in the right. Switcheroo in the left. Finish it out. Great job. Great job. Okay. Now we're going to get to the chords. Remember last week we talked about there are 3 chords that you see, or 3 chords that you see most of the time when you're playing piano. The 3 major chords, which is 1, 4, 5, and then we always go back to 1. So 1, 4, and 5. So we're gonna do the 1, 4, and 5 chords in G major. Okay, now the 1 chord in G major would be, that's right, you guessed it, G. Because G is the first note. G is number 1. So a G major chord is G, B, D. Remember that in the other videos I told you that when you play a major chord, it's going to be every other note. So G, B, D. Every other note. Okay? So we'll have B, G, we'll skip A, go to B, we'll skip C, and we'll go to D. And that is a G major chord, or a 1 chord in G major. So, very easy. On the right hand, we'll have the thumb with the G, the middle finger with B, and so in G major we will have the thumb with G, middle finger with B, and the pinky with D, and you play them all together. Okay? In the left hand you will have the pinky with G, the middle finger with B, and the thumb with D, and you'll play it all together. Again, the pinky with G, the middle finger playing D, and the thumb playing D. So when you put those 2 together, you have G major, or the 1 of G major chord, a 1 G major chord in both hands. Okay, now we're gonna do the 4. The 4 chord, so the 4th note in G major, so you got G, 1, we always count the note that we start on, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4th note in the G major scale is C, so the 4 chord is going to be a C chord, C major. So in C major we have C, remember we skip a note, E, G. So C major chord, C, E, G. That's a 4 chord in G major. And you may remember this chord from last week. So remember we have the C, we skip the D, E, skip the F, G. So on the right hand you have C on the thumb, middle finger playing E, pinky playing G. Again, C on the thumb, middle finger with E, pinky with G. Okay, in the left hand, you have C in the pinky, E in the middle finger, and G in the thumb. Again, left hand, C in the pinky, E in the middle finger, G in the thumb. All right, and if we play that together, it sounds like this. And that is the 4 chord in G major. So we went from the 1 chord, which is a G major chord, G, B, D. And then we went to a 4 chord, which is C major, C, E, G. Yeah, very good. All right, now let's go to our final chord, which is the 5 chord, which in G major. So let's see. 1, remember we always start on the note, count that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is a D. So a D major chord. So D major has D, F sharp, A. Remember, we do every other note. So D, skip E, F sharp, because you remember the G major has 1 sharp, and that is F sharp. So D, F sharp, skip the G, A. Very good. So in the right hand, we have the thumb on D, the middle finger on F sharp, and the pinky on A. And then in the left hand, we have the pinky, oh no, we're starting on D. D is the pinky, F sharp is the middle finger, A is the thumb. Again, D in the pinky, F sharp in the middle finger, A in the thumb. And when you play them together, it sounds like this. And that is a D major chord, or a 5 chord in the key of G major. Very good. Now you know how to play a G major scale and the 1, 4, and 5 chords in G major. Great job today. You all did a great job. Keep practicing. Remember, we have C major that has no sharps, no flats. And then we have G major that has 1 sharp, and that 1 sharp is F sharp. So keep practicing. Please stay inside and wash your hands and learn all that you can in this time of isolation that we have. Again, I am Miss Dee Dee with Community Works. I am your music and theater enrichment instructor. I'm so glad to be able to continue to bring great musical knowledge to all of my students. And I am thankful for Community Works for being such a great organization to work with. I miss all of my students. I'm very proud of you. You are doing a great job. Continue to be great citizens and great neighbors, and stay inside and wash your hands, and don't forget to practice.